Good evening and welcome to Flashball. We have more pre-season action for you, and it comes from the Blue Energy Stadium in Udine. We have a tournament between Nottingham Forest and Barcelona and Udinese. This is game 2 of the competition, which sees 3 games out of 45 minutes. We just see Udinese beat Nottingham Forest by a goal to 0. The La Liga champions about to take on Nottingham Forest in a few moments' time in the Blue Energy Stadium. This is the first meeting between Nottingham Forest and Barcelona since that famous UEFA Super Cup game back in 1979. It's a new era for Nottingham Forest. Oliver Glasner taking charge, the former Crystal Palace and Eintracht Frankfurt manager, winning 3 trophies at Crystal Palace. He is now in charge of Nottingham Forest. He won the FA Cup in 2024, beating Manchester City 1-0 at Wembley, beat Liverpool to win the Community Shield nearly a year ago, and then this summer beating Rayo Vallecano to claim Conference League success for the Eagles. He walked away from his time in South London to return to the Midlands. No Europe this time though for Nottingham Forest, who got to the semi-finals of the Europa League, losing heavily in that second leg to Aston Villa. We got moments away from kickoff here between Nottingham Forest and Barcelona, and there will be a minute silence before kickoff ahead of this game between Nottingham Forest and Barcelona due to Hugo Messi passing, the father of the legendary Lionel Messi, of course, who played his best years at Barcelona, regarded one of the best, if not the best, to play the game. Came so close around about 3 weeks ago for winning another World Cup after they lost to Spain by a goal to 0. So there will be a moment of reflection and silence for Lionel Messi's father, Hugo Messi, who has sadly passed away here as we look ahead for the start of this game. Players are on the pitch, players are in the tunnel about to get onto the pitch. We have got team news at the moment for Barcelona. We've not heard team news yet for Forest in this tournament. Of course, half the squad have played 45 minutes already in that 1-0 defeat to Udinese. But for Barcelona, Szczesny, Espa, Christensen, Martin and Pusera back for Fernandes and Bernal in the central midfield. Eric, there's been talks about him going away and leaving the Camp Nou. Rafinha, Fermin Lopez, Adeyemi and Hamza leads the line for Barcelona. Barcelona, it's a summer of change. A lot of players have left. A lot of players have come in, of course. Not as much as their bitter rivals, Real Madrid in the transfer window. Adeyemi, Anthony Gordon taking the headlines. We saw late last night, you can see on the transfer tracker the confirmation of a loan deal between Barcelona and Liverpool. The captain, Ronaldo, the Uruguayan centre-back, trading the sunny sights of Barcelona for Merseyside. And he'll be on a season low, so that centre-back for Hansi Flick will depart. Marcus Rashford's been returned back to Manchester United. He'll return to Manchester United tonight. Man United have started their pre-season very well with a draw to the European champions PSG today, but a couple of victories over European competition in the last few weeks. They did lose to Wrexham in their first game of the pre-season. They take on AC Milan, now in charge Ruben Amorim. That's very tasty. Michael Carrick against Ruben Amorim. Amorim losing again, managing AC Milan in that formation of 3-4-3. Seems quite stubborn on that formation, losing 3-0 to Chelsea. Barcelona got rid of Rashford and have lost the legendary Lewandowski. So a way to change the forward line. 2 weeks time Barcelona will be starting La Liga. In 2 weeks time Nottingham Forest will be starting their Premier League campaign. So Gibbs White and Matt Sells in the tunnel. Seems like it's a bit of a stronger 11 for Nottingham Forest than we saw at took on Udinese. We saw John Victor in goal, Morata, Hotspur, Dominguez, Wood, Glumwanda, Da Silva, Mora, Stalja, Yates, the captain, Nets and Abbott. That was the selection at the moment for Nottingham Forest. We still wait to hear the full selection for Nottingham Forest for this game. But as it stands, Barcelona have stripped and ready, bright orange jersey, refereeing the Brazilian. Good to see him, fit and going. Had a dodgy back end of the season last year for injury, and of course had troubles at the World Cup through injury. Didn't start many games. It was more of a Cunha, Vinicius Jr., Ryan show in attack for Brazil for Carlo Ancelotti. But he's got the armband, the Catalan colours. Reminder that we'll have a minute of silence ahead of kickoff to remember Lionel Messi's father, who sadly passed away today. He'll get Messi. So all Barcelona players are wearing a black armband for a moment of remembrance. So the Nottingham Forest team is Sells in goal, Aina, Cunha, Gibbs White, Igor Jesus, McAtee, Milovic, Morello, Ndoye, Sangara and Neko Williams is the selection for Oliver Gazda. Seems to be a stronger team than the second half than it was in the first for this competition. Gibbs White, he's always been subject to a lot of moves away from Nottingham Forest. Latest team linked with him is Bayern Munich. But as it stands, he's leading out Oliver Glasner's Nottingham Forest. So the players are on the pitch here at the Blue Energy Stadium. Nottingham Forest in this sort of dark green jersey with pink stripes over it. Sort of a dark green shorts, dark green socks and tops. Whereas the Barcelona, they have an all bright orange kit. A reminder that Nottingham Forest, they have 2 games before their opener in 2 weeks' time against Leeds at home at the City Ground. Oliver Glasner taking charge at the very first time at the City Ground this week against Bayer Leverkusen. After this game, they also take on Brest a week from today, week on Sunday I should say. And they're on the 22nd, their first 5 fixtures in the Premier League. We'll see them host Leeds, travel to Anfield, host Tottenham, go away to Villa Park, and then a little bit of a Midlands derby between Coventry and Nottingham Forest. They also do take on Crystal Palace quite early in October. It'll be a date that Oliver Glasner has circled. Of course, it's Polish now under Sage, the former Lens manager. So moments away from kickoff, we're doing the photos. The referees are getting their photo shoot with the 2 captains, the Rafinha and Moran Gibbs White. Referee is Michel Macron, and the Italian officials Alberto Caviar and Marco Rosera are his assistants. First time these 2 sides have met, these clubs have met since 1979. So a reminder, this game is only going to be for 45 minutes, and then Barcelona will take on Udinese, who have already played Nottingham Forest prior to this game. In the first game of this tri-tournament, and it was Udinese who came triumphant. There's going to be a moment of silence for a minute to remember the Jorge Messi, who passed away today. We're going to observe that now. Beautifully observed in the crowd in the Blue Energy Stadium, the minute silence for Lionel Messi. A reminder of the 2 sides here in Italy. Mattel's in goal for Nottingham Forest. Nico Williams, Morello, Sangada, Morgan Gibbs-White, Dan and Joy. And for Barcelona, also Szczesny, Brian Franes, Hamza, Rafinha, Javier Espat, Adeyemi Christensen, Ferman Lopez, Prescal and Rafinha. So moments away for kickoff here. Slight delay, they said it'll be 15 minutes after each game, but it's probably around about just over 10 minutes now. 9:11 local time. And it will be Nottingham Forest to kick things off for us in this game. The Blue Energy Stadium. Shooting from right to left, and away we go. Matt Sales has the ball. The bright grey jersey, right foot up front, looking towards Hugo Jesus. It falls in the middle to Ivorian in Sangara, and Yemi's there. He's laid the ball back now to Expat. He can't get there, so it'll be a throw inside Barcelona's half for Nottingham Forest. Neco Williams will just take a few touches forward for picking the ball up and throwing it down low into the middle, looking towards more Gibbs-White. Good first touch from him. There's a lot of space down here for Neco Williams in the middle. He picks it up with his left foot, goes for goal. He pulls it back, in fact, and misses 4 Forest players. Einer's there, keeps it alive. Good bright start inside the first minute from Forest. Shooting from right to left here. Milikovic spreads it back to Aina. The Nigerian keeps on the ball, brings it down beautifully. In line of the penalty area. Goes deep now, looking towards McAtee. Is that going to go for a corner? No. It was a bit wayward from McAtee, but lovely triangle football there from Nottingham Forest. The throw in from Williams, inside to Moore Gibbs-White. He played the first touch to Igor Jesus, just bounced it off nicely to Neco Williams in the penalty area. Had a lot of time and space. The Welshman elected not to go for goal here. Looked like he was going to go goalwards. He didn't. He fired a low ball across the 6-yard box, missed 4 players in there, and the move ended. But Forest go again with another ball into the middle, and it's cleared away by Barcelona. And this time they concede a corner. Excellent right-footed ball in from that far side. No surprise to see that Forest has started fast. That's what Oliver Glasner's sides are used to. It's a lovely dinked ball in, poked by Enjoy, the Swiss international. Needed a clearance of Pascal. And Neco Williams now back down this left side, taking the first set play of the game. It's a right-footed ball. Towards the middle it goes. It's really found a dark green shirt, and there is found by Espat. Lovely ball here now to Pascal. Pascal goes in the field, and Doyle's coming quite strong on the fullback. Martin. After Christensen, the Chelsea centre-back, Danish defender. Barcelona now for a numerous amount of years. Barcelona, at the moment, haven't been able to get out of their own half. It's been a period of real dominance from Nottingham Forest. It's the moment the referee blew his whistle. It's kickoff, in fact. It's Milikovic for Nottingham Forest. Morello outside the penalty area. Pushes the ball now on. It's broken away. It's found its way now with Barcelona inside the middle. Bernal, first glimpses of what Barcelona could do on the ball. Not in an offensive position, but just generally in the game. That's how many opportunities of position it had. Here's Ferman Lopez. They're running forward now. Barcelona. There's Adeyemi. He signed from Dortmund in the summer. Still with Hamza. Morello goes back to Sales, and Sales will slice that away, kicking the ball away from his right foot. Rafinha in field now. Christensen. Barcelona inside Forest's half, just outside the centre circle. Martin. So the room now for Frenes. Down the right for Barcelona. Take a few touches forward the fullback. It's back now. Try to play this to Adeyemi. It's quick, electric play. Hits Hamza. Low ball into Fami. Fami trying to square that cross goal towards Rafinha. And there was Olaida to stick his right boot out to prevent what seemed like a golden opportunity and a clear opportunity to open the scoring for Barcelona in this game with Rafinha. Olaida looking up and intervening. Crucially, will be a corner to Barcelona on that far side. Listening to Flash Score, of course, the gear up to another season of domestic football as the ball gets whipped in. We've had you covered across the summer period with the World Cup and a selection of pre-season games. Next week, of course, we'll have the Community Shield and more pre-season games, and then in 2 weeks' time, Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, all returning audio commentaries to the Flash Score platform. You'll be able to listen to all UEFA Champions League, Europa League and Conference League games all the way to the finals until May and June, of course. Stay up to date with the transfer window and the transfer tracker on the website also. Barcelona have a free kick around about 25 yards outside the penalty area. It's going to be Rafinha to whip this in left-footed, high in, finds an orange shirt, bottles now to Christensen. That was an excellent delivery from the Brazilian. In fact, the offside flag has gone up. Really good. Whipped in. And the assistant down the near side has raised his flag and is seen offside. In fact, it's clear. Clear offside. Barcelona against Nottingham Forest. One of the guys, there's so much talk about him leaving Crystal Palace, being so successful, building such a strong team at the South London club. To walk away from Crystal Palace, many eyebrows were raised when he chose to go to Nottingham Forest, a team outside Europe, team not maybe the upper echelons of European football, but he's come to this project and it's an exciting one. Nottingham Forest, of course, last season struggled with stability with the managers. Vitor Pereira's the man that kept them up, but Costa Cogaloo and Sean Dyche and Younes Talks, who all had a time at the helm at the City Ground last season, but both for a calmer period this campaign. Ball down the near side for Nottingham Forest, inside Barcelona's half. They want to throw in from Hugo Jesus. It's Nico Williams throwing the ball forward. Now Enjoy, the Swiss man, outside the penalty, twists and turns. Enjoy used to play for Bologna. Now it is second season at Nottingham Forest. It's with Morello. Morello's ball is weak. It's given it right back to Barcelona. And Morello steps in and wins it from Adeyemi. Good work from the Brazilian. He didn't make the World Cup squad. Morello, it's the ball that's floated to the right hand side now. Here's Olaida. He's up against his back. Drives towards the byline. First time crossing to the middle. Headed away by Christensen. Nottingham Forest nil. Barcelona nil. Live audio commentary for you. Live on Flash Score. Hansi Flick watching on. Well, he's had a really good time at Barcelona. He's been able to win 2 La Liga's back-to-back champions. And been able to take them to a Champions League final. They were beaten by Atletico Madrid in the quarter-finals of the Champions League last year. Simeone's men then were eliminated by Mikel Arteta's Arsenal in the semi-finals. But from a Barcelona perspective, the one that's been getting away from them, been performing so well in La Liga, been head and shoulders better than their rivals Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. Got a bit of defending to do at the moment from this free kick. It's a low one that's put into their penalty area. There will be a penalty shootout if scores stay the same. If it is 0-0, let's get an extra bonus point. And here's Ndoye. Goes round Adeyemi and he slips. Referee says nothing doing. It's been played like a pre-season friendly. Forest have approached this with intensity. I guess you can do that when it's just 45 minutes. Usually, yes, pre-season games we're very used to seeing one half and a new selection of players after 45 minutes. But when you're just going to play 45 minutes, especially from a Nottingham Forest point of view, because they've played Udinese in Udine already. They don't have to push too hard because Barcelona will be looking to field another 11 after this game. 10 gone, it's Forest 0, Barcelona 0. Live audio commentary of this domestic, I should say, friendly, international friendly between Forest and Barcelona. Just waiting for the first real effort and goal. Not seeing much since Williams drilled it